Hey guys, here for another video, and today we're looking at another request that was requested recently. Usually what I do is I look at YouTube comments. I also look at the Google form in the description. Don't forget to look at that if you guys want to have a request reviewed or taken, or if you guys want to reach me out through a DM. That's always a side option as well. But we're looking at someone named Amaretto Hammer, my Amaretto. That's a weird ass name. I've never heard of it before. If her last name's actually Hammer, that was kind of sick. Like, it'd be cool if someone's last name was Screw or like Screwdriver or Wrench. But you know, shout out to that. Like always, this is a request, and I did look at her social media a little bit. I always say there's value in look at their Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Who knows? Maybe their content is, sexualized or not sexualized, right? It's very good to see how they promote themselves, right? If she promotes herself as this marketing genius, then maybe her OnlyFans is related more to marketing. Or if she promotes herself as a sexual object, then you kind of have an idea that she's probably going to be more related to that sexual topic, or, that triple X, hopefully, right? Because obviously no one wants to see an OnlyFans that is very similar to their Instagram, which for some reason, I don't know what goes through some of these girls' minds. They're like, let's just repost some content from my free Instagram page. Like, I would love to dissect their minds if I ever get to interview a couple of them. But let's just talk about her social media a little bit and then get into her OnlyFans. So she does have an Instagram, 17.9k followers. Sure, not the biggest one, but like I always say, please send any requests. I'm always down to review girls that have a following that's either big or not big, right? For me, it's like, I think it's worth and it has value, right? I think it's kind of interesting to see some of these like lesser known people, because who knows, maybe they have better content. And in my experiences reviewing all these OnlyFans, for some reason, I could probably deduce why, the smaller accounts have more work ethic, are better in terms of content, better in terms of consistency, and I definitely think it's because they're in that grind stage, right? A lot of OnlyFans that have like millions of followers on their Instagram, and then again, they only need like 10% to be very successful in life, they post less frequently and they actually, put less work into it. So I personally do prefer some of these smaller accounts just because I think they are worth looking at. And someone like her definitely, and spoiler alert, she has a good OnlyFans, and someone like her definitely think deserves recognition. One thing I did find interesting is that she has a tattoo of Little Mermaid on her leg, so I thought that was kind of sick. If I ever get to meet her, or if she does personal requests, I'll definitely be down to pay for a tattoo of Goofy on her chest, or maybe if she gets Mickey Mouse on her other leg, or something like that, maybe Shrek on her back. If I ever get to hit it from the back, I would love to be reminded of Shrek if that's ever an option. She does have a TikTok, definitely worth looking at her TikTok, and she also has a Twitter. This is the most important piece of social media she has, in my opinion, just because the content that she posts on Twitter, the video content that you see, is very, very similar to what she has on her OnlyFans, and I think it's good, right? I think it's good to see, hey guys, this is the type of content I'm doing. Sure, it's not the full content, sure, it's not everything, but it is a very, very good sample. And if you guys like what she has on Twitter and you want to see more of it, her OnlyFans definitely is offering that type of content. So please look at her Twitter. Obviously, her Instagram and TikTok do exist, but if you guys really want a good sample of what her content is, her Twitter is that. So let's get right into her OnlyFans. So I got it for $11.99 for 31 days. Right when you get it, are you a fan of giant natural tits? Again, if she's one of those boob models, if you guys love tits, you're definitely going to like her account. Then follow me and let's escape to my sexy wonderland. I hate the corniness, but hey, it's a thing. I post lots of self-made sexy and nude pics with some sexy videos, exclusive videos for only recurring subscribers. The longer you follow me, the better premium content you will get into your personal messages. And there is one other girl that does this, and I think that's really good. It's kind of like a reward system, right? The more you're subbed, or the more you're consistent with whatever subscription or program or whatever, right? They reward you for it, and I think that's great. I think it's good to get free content. Who doesn't want free content? Especially if you're, constantly subbing for this person. It's like, okay, I'm actually getting my bang for my buck. I'm actually building up my own catalog, right, of her content that's just for me, or just for people that are recurring subs, because in the way OnlyFans works is that you can either be subscribed, or right when you subscribe, you can automatically unsubscribe. You'll still get the 31 days, but you'll be marked on their end as a person that's not a recurring sub. So again, I think that is a very good model, and I think her description is very good. You're getting sexy videos, you're getting boob content, nude pics, so she is pretty straightforward with that. I wish it would be a little bit more like BG content, GG content, if she would label some of that. If it doesn't exist, definitely label some of that. I think it's just good to kind of list, because everyone has an expectation of OnlyFans, right? You see OnlyFans, you think of triple X content, and it's good she puts nude pics and sexy videos, but what exactly is that? Is it more like boob job videos? Is it more like boy and girl videos? So I think if she could be a little bit more descriptive, it would be better. Again, her description is pretty good. I just wish it went a little bit more specific. In terms of numbers, she has 1,039 photos and 174 videos, and goodness gracious, that is a lot of photos. It's great that she has a lot of photos. I personally think she has a very cute face. I don't like the short hair, but hey, if you guys want to see pictures of her, nudes of her, and her boobs of her, you're gonna see that. I personally say pictures just don't have much of an impact, right? If I saw her boobs for the first 100 pictures, seeing that 1,000th picture of her tit isn't really gonna do anything. It's not really gonna be so stimulating. Maybe there are people who are obsessed with her and want to see her in different outfits, so you might like that. But in my opinion, when you look at the ratio of pictures and videos, right, it is pretty. I think it should be 50-50. In her case, like 10% or 20% of her videos are, match whatever she has in her photos. Again, if you like photos and photos are easier to take, that is an option. I just don't think they have as much impact, and she should probably contribute more towards the videos. Now, in terms of videos, she does have 174 videos, and I will say her model, like I mentioned, is really good. The more longer you sub, the more videos you're getting. And also what she does, and I think it's great, is that she, in her post, she'll say, hey guys, here's a video, here's a minute of it, 5 minutes of it, 3 minutes of it, 2 minutes of it, whatever minutes of it, because all her videos vary. If you want to see the rest of the video, definitely tip $10 to $20. She has different price ranges for everything, and I personally think that is great. I always say I'm pretty open to spending money in DMs or tipping if the content is good. Some people only, have that specific video content in the DMs, and I always say, okay, can I see what's part of it? And some people do put part of it, but they only put 2 seconds of it. It's like, okay, I don't even know what I'm getting. In her case, she puts a pretty healthy amount. And I honestly, when I saw some of the videos, I didn't even know or think about that they were fully length videos. I didn't think about some of her minute videos, 2-minute videos would be 10-minute videos or 5-minute videos that she is offering if you were to tip more. So again, that is something to consider, and I think it is great she's doing that. So let's talk about the video content. So as long as video in the base up is 10 minutes long, 6 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, and the majority of her videos, I would say, on average between the 1 minute to 1 minute and 30 second mark, which is very good, right? I think she's very consistent when I was looking at all her video lengths. Of course, she does have some videos that are really short, like 8 seconds, 11 seconds, 16 seconds. I would say there's videos under a minute, and the proportion of that I would say is around 20% of the videos. Again, it's not a lot, it does exist, but the way she does it, and I think she does a pretty good job of it, it's like, here's a 5-minute video, 2-minute video, 3-minute video. If you want the rest of it, tip me. And like I said earlier, it's just, I don't really see the difference. It's just a lot of boob videos. I would compare her to Samantha Lily. For those that know of her, she's kind of like an OG tit, OnlyFans model, sex porn star, tit person, tit related, boob related, breast cancer related, whatever, anything that's tit stuff, you're definitely gonna like it. It's a lot of tit shaking, and she oils them up. She does finger herself. She does have some sex toys and does play with that stuff. There is no boy and girl content. There is no girl and girl content. Everything is solo. But if you're really into her and you like kind of like that tit related content and that boob niche, you're definitely gonna like her OnlyFans. It definitely has pretty good lengths. Like I said, I think she does a pretty good job in terms of the model. I think it's very fair and definitely rewards people if you're gonna stick with her, if you really like that type of content. Now, overall, if her OnlyFans worth it or not, I definitely think it's worth it if you like that boob content, if you like that boob niche. She has so much, her videos do vary a lot, and I think it's kind of great that she does invest in that. I wish she would put a little bit more videos in the base up. I get it's more work, but I definitely would say if you like the boob stuff and you like how she looks, she definitely has a pretty face. I hate the short hair. I hate the fucking area on the leg. But if you like her boobs and you like boob content, you're definitely going to like her OnlyFans. But I would suggest, if you do like boob content, look at Samantha Lily. I think no one really trumps her in terms of that boob niche, because I don't know how she does it. Some people are just innovative and creative like that. As weird as it sounds, right? Being creative and an inventor in fucking boob niche, but it does exist, and I think creativity definitely is something to consider. But her OnlyFans is good. I personally would go for Samantha Lily if you're looking more for that boob niche, but if you're interested in her and interested in getting her OnlyFans, I'm just telling you guys, it is more boob related, and if you guys really like that type of stuff, if you guys really like what she offers on Twitter and you want to see more, her OnlyFans is definitely a go-to for that. So like always, guys, I do appreciate you guys watching this video. Please give it a like. Please give it a sub. There is a Google form description. Please send me your request there. Make a comment for a request. Send me a DM for a request. I do take every single request. They don't have to be really famous. Just don't let them have like 2 followers on Instagram and they're just starting their OnlyFans. I'm definitely helping out some people with their OnlyFans and kind of like where to post and all that stuff, and I think it's kind of cool to see how some of these people definitely approach their marketing on the OnlyFans side. So please like the video, please subscribe, or I will kill myself.